Hi again. You guys doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do another 20-minute little session here. This one will be more of a rest and relax. So something that you can do in the middle of the day if you're feeling stressed out or anxious, or if you want to do at night before you go to bed to kind of rest your body. We have blocks and we will be using them toward the end. You can also use a wall or pillow, so if you don't have blocks at home, you can use those. And you can always ignore the props and kind of make do with whatever you have. Forward folds are very calming, so we'll do a lot of different types of forward folds. And of course, if something doesn't work for you, feel free to modify. Cool. We'll start standing. So come to the top of your mat. Feet comfortable, so maybe it's hip distance, maybe they're together. Close your eyes. And just notice how you feel here. Where the weight wants to shift in your body toward your toes, your heels, right or left. Notice if you can find a sense of rootedness down through your feet into the ground. Engage your legs, engage your core, relax your shoulders. Maybe stand a little bit taller through the crown of your head. And then notice what you're thinking about, where your mind is. And let your mind come toward your breath. So turn your awareness to your breath. And make each breath deeper and louder. And if it's comfortable, activate your audible ujjayi breath. So you're in and out of your nose. And you create a slight constriction in the back of your throat. Stay with a calm, steady breath. Blink your eyes open and reach your arms to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow, hinge from your hips. Take a halfway lift, breathe in, shoulders move out of your ears. As you exhale, just fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing, arms to the sky, big inhale. Exhale right into your forward fold, hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, breathe in, shoulders move out of your ears, find a really long spine. Exhale, just fold again. One more time, inhale, rise to standing, arms float up. Exhale, dive forward, navel to spine, move with a lot of control. Halfway lift, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, just fold. We'll hang out here, so if you want, you can spread your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Bend your knees a lot and reach for opposite elbows for a ragdoll. So allow the weight of your upper body to cascade down to the ground. You're still firmly rooted through your feet, but if there's a little movement that you like, you might sway side to side. You might think of stress or excessive energy kind of dripping off your back. And gravity's doing a lot of the work here for you. So just start to let go. Let your hands release down to the ground. Keep your knees pretty soft, so nice and bent. I like to bend my right knee a lot here and crawl your fingers as far as you can to your right. Let your hips lean to your left. Head and neck can still be relaxed. And another big breath in and out. And then move all the way to the other side. Fingertips crawl to your left, hips to your right. Maybe you bend your left knee, maybe both knees. Find what works in your body right now. Awesome, back to center. Heel toe your feet in toward each other. And come to a tiptoe squat. Lift your heels, drop your bottom to your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs and see if you can balance. Stack your shoulders over your hips, hands to your heart. Really engage your core, relax your shoulders down your back, nice. Take one more breath in. It's okay if you fall. As you exhale, release your fingertips down and drop your knees down. So some people call this toe torture, which sounds a little bit miserable. So we'll just call it a foot stretch. Keep your toes tucked if you can. Sit back on your heels and just breathe. So if you've been standing all day or on your feet, this is a nice stretch for your feet. You can place your palms down to relax or palms up for a little bit more energy or openness. And if it's too much on your feet, feel free to release, untuck your toes, but see if you can breathe through it. We'll take one more breath in and out. Release to hands and knees. And then find some little stretches or taps to release your feet, like we're making a rainstorm. If you're way forward on your mat, you might scoot back a little. And just press back to an easy child's pose. So your choice if your knees are together or apart. If you're feeling your low back at all, knees together is a nice release for your sacrum. Forehead relaxes down toward your mat. Close your eyes, keep breathing, and really send your breath into your low back, into your shoulders. Feel those areas stretch out with each breath in, fill up. And with each breath out, let go of something physical, emotional. Nice and calming here. And if it's nice, you can rock a little side to side on your forehead, massage your third eye. So always doing what your body feels is the right thing. We'll lift to a hands and knees tabletop position. And exhale to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Draw your big toes together so they touch. Reach your right leg up for a down dog splits. And then gently walk your hands back toward your left leg. So maybe one palm print feels like enough. You may be able to walk all the way back. Find a little stretch through your left hamstring. And just lift your right leg as high as it feels good. So you're still in that calming forward fold, but finding a little stretch here. Nice, James. Keep your right foot lifted, crawl your hands back forward so you're still in a down dog splits, or you're back into a down dog splits. And then open up your hip, bend your knee. Notice what the front of your hip feels like. Maybe draw some circles with your knee or bend and straighten out through your leg. Extend your right leg long. Breathe in. Exhale, step your foot outside your right hand. So you're in like a runner's lunge or a lizard pose. You can always adjust. I like toes pointing out to an angle. Feel free to drop your back knee. Come onto your forearms if that feels good or if that's accessible. And take any movements here. So it might be you open out to the outside edge of your right foot, let your knee fall out. It might be that you find a twist here, get into your left thigh or hip flexor. Hold a lot of stress in your hips and low back too. So just kind of breathe into those spaces. No forcing. Just gentle release with your breath. Release your back foot if you have it. Come onto your hands if you're on your forearms, and then shimmy your right foot to the center of your mat, between your hands, and then all the way over to your left wrist. We'll drop our right shin for a pigeon pose. Extend your left leg behind you long, so hips can melt toward the ground. Find a moment just to sit up tall. Send your left hip bone a little bit more forward. And exhale, crawl yourself out in front. Relax, forearms down, maybe head to a block or to a pillow. If you feel anything in your right knee that's uncomfortable, you can take this onto your back and do a figure 4, right ankle over your left thigh. Again, notice the stuff that comes up here. So what are you thinking about? Where does your mind want to go? As we start to slow down a little bit, it can be easy to get a little bit more overwhelmed or anxious, to think about stuff that we want to do or should be doing. Give yourself these moments to just breathe, sit in each posture, and really enjoy the sensations, whether they're good or a little uncomfortable. You are here to experience them. So take that as your gift today. Find one more full breath. Walk your hands in to lift your chest. And take your weight to your right hand and your right hip. Lean a little bit to the right. Swing your left leg all the way around. So you draw your left knee up to the sky. Foot comes outside your right thigh. If your left butt cheek doesn't quite come down, you can extend your right leg straight. We'll bring left hand behind us. Hook your right elbow outside your knee. Sit up tall, breathe in. And twist, wring out your spine, exhale. Excellent. Unwind. Both hands come toward the right side of your mat. Tap your forehead down toward the ground. A little counter twist. And lift yourself back up. Place your feet on the ground in front of you, knees to the sky. And float one foot and then the other in easy boat pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, cross your ankles. If it's comfortable, roll over your feet, plant your palms, and gently step back to a downward facing dog. No rush. No need to be excessive or extra bouncy. There you go. Big toes together. Reach your left leg to the sky as you breathe in, down dog splits. And gently walk your hands back toward your right foot. For like a standing splits at the back of your mat, or maybe it's just a shorter down dog splits. Yeah, notice what happens if you drop your left hip or open it up. That's good, Brandon. Feel a stretch through the back of your right leg. You can always bend your knee. And then carefully walk your hands all the way back out in front toward your down dog splits. Left leg reaches a little higher, breathe in. Exhale, place your foot outside your left wrist. And find your little runner's lunge. So again, you can drop your right knee. You can come onto your forearms. You can twist and find your back foot. You may notice that one side of your body feels a little bit different than the other. That's totally normal, totally okay. So explore what feels good right here. If you're in some kind of twisted variation, slowly find your way out. Come onto your hands if you're not quite there. And bring your left foot over to the center of your mat and then toward your right wrist for your pigeon on this side. You can drop your shin. Extend your right leg behind you. Create length. Sit up a little bit taller first to breathe in. And then exhale, go a little bit deeper. Crawling forward, relaxing your head. Finding that sense of release. And still breathing nice and deep breaths into your hips, into your low back. Two more full breaths. And as you feel ready, walk your hands in to lift your chest. Shift your weight this time to your left hand and your left hip. Lean a little bit to your left to swing your right leg all the way around. Knee comes up again, foot outside your thigh. Same thing, you can extend your left leg straight if that feels a little bit more stable for you. Right hand is light behind you, left elbow hooks outside your right knee. Find length, sit up tall. And exhale, twist. See if you can really move your shoulders down away from your ears. One more full breath. And gently unwind. Both hands come to the left side of your mat. Tap your forehead toward the ground. Take a counter twist. Release your head. Lift it back up. We'll extend both legs out in front. And then open them pretty wide. So it might be as wide as the short edge of your mat. It might be wider depending on your body or practice. Yeah, if you prefer to turn sideways, you can. We'll sit up really tall, breathe in. And as you exhale, just start to crawl out between your legs. So this may be plenty. I like to stack fists. If you can reach your forehead to your fists, use blocks. Just find a place where you can relax toward the ground. Breathe nice, deep, long, full breaths. Lift your chest, draw your legs back in toward each other slowly and carefully. And then find any comfortable seated position. So it might be legs out in front is good. You might want to sit on a block. I like an easy cross-legged position, Sukhasana or lotus if that's in your practice. We use our right hand, do a little alternate nostril breathing. So right thumb comes toward your right nostril and ring finger toward your left nostril. So you'll start by closing your left nostril. We're going to sound kind of funny. Take a big breath in through the right side. Close the right, open the left, and exhale out. Keep the left side open, big breath in. Close the left, open right, exhale. Inhale through your right nostril. Close, exhale through your left. Just continue like that at your pace, however fast or slow. However long or short each breath is. The next time you exhale out your right nostril, you can release your hands into your lap. And just take a couple breaths in and out of both nostrils. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. We're going to find our way onto our backs. So if you need to, feet in front of you, knees to the sky, and roll yourself slowly down. Notice here what your body feels like, what needs a little bit more of a stretch. If you want to take a twist, if you want to take a happy baby, get into your low back. If you're ready for Shavasana, find your blocks and slide them just below your bottom. Yeah, right at your hamstrings, one underneath each thigh. So you can always take legs up the wall. This is kind of a nice, easy way to release. Yeah, I like them long ways, but or short ways, I should say, but find what's comfortable. Yeah, so your bottom is down, but the back of your legs are supported. Nice. If you're working on something else, take your time to move through that. If you're on your back, see if you can lift your heart off your mat, snuggle your shoulders down, your back a little bit more. Make sure your butt is flat. There you go. If you need to adjust, adjust. And just allow everything to release, relax into your blocks, into your mat, and into the earth below you. Know that you're completely supported, completely whole right here, right now. And give yourself permission to let go. It's okay if thoughts come up. It's definitely okay if you fall asleep. So you can again notice, no judgment, just pure presence. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to move out of this position, you can let your breath get a little bit deeper. Take small movements, wiggle fingers, toes, roll your wrists and your ankles. Stretch your arms over your head. And turn gently to your right side, knees into your chest. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Feel free to slide the blocks out of your way. Sit up tall. Just check in and notice how you feel now. A little reset. Body, mind, breath. Palms together in front of your heart. Bow your head to honor the teacher within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right.